Alright, hello everybody, this is Zacharias. We are back with more of Avadon the Black Fortress. I was gonna call for Avadon for today, but I really want to get Nathalie back first, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and continue. We have to go find her where we originally found the Drake, so let's head right over there. And then we'll worry about the Castle of Vebo mission. I'm pretty sure you find Nathalie back where we fought the Drake. Of course, I'm going to go get Nathalie back and help her, but at the same time, this whole plan does not surprise me at all. You return to the chamber where you first faced Zossa the Mind Taker. Sure enough, you find a message from Nathalie. She burnt it into the stone with the narrow lance of fire. She is not a subtle person. The message says simply, the beast's trail is clear. It will not escape the gates of Avadon. Below the message is a crude map, also drawn in a thin line of blackened stone. It indicates a region in the mountains to the north, a forest high up between two peaks. If you want to track Nathalie, it seems the next likely place to go. Oh, and I forgot to get these rune stones. Done. They can wait. Since we're already in browser and all that. Too bad we just can't cross there easily. Trail of Drake. So yes, here it is. You have reached the forest, high up in the mountains on the border between the Baratha Woods and the Tawan Empire. These cold, windy woods are in the valley between two high peaks. The air is crisp and clean, but as you smell, you detect a hint of smoke. You look for tracks, but if Nathalie came by here, recent rains erase all trace of it. There is a structure up here, though. To the west, you see a squat, mossy stone tower, perched on an island in the middle of a mountain lake. As you look around, you start to feel dizzy and distracted. Someone else might think the sensation was brought on by the thin air up here. You, however, recognize the feeling immediately. The last time you felt it, you were near Zossa the Mind Taker. There is an obelisk by the pathway leading to the tower. It has been here for a long time. Scrape away the moss only to find that whatever words were inscribed here, they have faded away. As you get closer to the tower, the feeling of confusion and distraction intensifies. It is growing harder to concentrate, though. With time, the Drake spells are slowly becoming easier to resist. You look at the tower and Tima says, "Stop. Did you hear that? It sounded like fire and screaming. He shakes his head. Never mind, it was just my imagination." You look at the obelisk. A recent burst of fire recently struck the surface. Whatever message was written here has been destroyed. You enter the main hall of the small tower. The building looks like it is at least a century old. This chamber is full of coffins, rubble, and refuse. Everything is cold and still. Spiderwebs hang from the wall. It doesn't look like anyone has come here for years, or decades, and yet the feeling of confusion caused by the Mind Taker's presence is far stronger here. You can almost imagine that he is watching you right now. Maybe this tower has been completely abandoned, or maybe it is just another one of the Drake's cunning illusions. You can't be sure. What the heck is this? Alright, let's try this other one then. That's odd. You are sure that you have been in this corridor before, and yet you never stopped going downstairs. There is something strange happening here. We have to do a few rounds of this and then... Okay. Maybe look for switches on the wall then? Wait, how do we do this? Alright, hold on. Let me look this up real quick. Okay, because that's weird. I don't see any switches on the wall either. Alright. Okay, this image is very small, but let me maximize it here. Wait, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, You walk out of the abandoned tower, frustrated by your continued inability to find any trace of Nathalie. But then, it's just at the edge of your perception, but you don't let it drift away. You concentrate on it. Suddenly, Shima shouts, "Wait! There!" He points to the northwest. I heard it. A scream. It was Nathalie. Okay, so yeah. We were only supposed to go through those, doors once, it looks like, or those stairs one time, it looks like, since it's just endless, and then this path opens when we go back out. As you get farther from the tower, your senses start to clear. That is why it only takes a small amount of concentration to see what, once you focus on it, it's so obvious. There has been a battle here. The ground is covered with scorch marks, there are bloodstains and bodies. Dead wretches. The hair is heavy with the reek of blood and smoke. How did you not notice it before? And yet, it sounds peaceful. All you hear is the light breeze and the calming sounds of birdsong. Shima looks at the scorch marks and nods approvingly. I think Nathalie has been through here. Recently, by my guess. We should hurry. Shima looks at the carnage and destruction left by Nathalie with interest. Raw power, quite impressive, but there is lack of control. A Kellum trait, perhaps. Not the sort of thing you would see in Hoklanda. You think all Kellum mages are like Nathalie? I am not sure. I suspect not. He smiles. I hope not. I am not sure that Linnaeus could survive the ambition of more than one Nathalie. He walks on in silence. You walk around a thick copse of trees and summoned several ogres and their wretched servants. They gawk at you silently. They have strange, glassy stares. The Drake has had a powerful hold on their minds. Then, as they raise their weapons and mindlessly shuffle towards you, you hear a scream. A single, piercing cry. The same young woman you heard before. It came from the south. Okay, so let's do this and this. Gang cunning decoy. Oh, screw your days. Screw your healing. Stop backing up, fool. Face me. That's what you get, fool. Again with the knockback stuff. Let's just switch to the longbow then. Screw your healing. I said screw your healing. No, let's stick to the sword so he can actually damage. Screw your days. Get out of here with that. I do like how Shima is getting battle frenzy from this. You hear a fiery explosion to the east, close enough that moments later a warm, sulphurous draft blows past you. Concentrating, you manage to hear the gibbering roars of infuriated ogres. Either this is a cunning illusion, or you are very close to Nathalie and she is under attack. You enter a grove and stumble upon a battle in progress. Nathalie is at the south end of the grove, backed up against a tree. Several ogres and wretches face her, closing in from all sides. She is outnumbered, and after the long run and battle she fought to get here, exhausted. And yet, her powers seem, if anything, even sharper. An ogre tries to close in on her right. She turns, points her right finger, and a jet of flame engulfs the creature. It flees off into the brush, screaming and smoking. It won't be alive long, and yet something is not right. She holds her left arm against her chest. It has been injured, and as powerful as she is young and alone. Without help, she may not last long. How come you can't do these abilities when I'm actually helping you? Or you're actually on my side? But I will suspend disbelief for the sake of the story. You approach Nathalie. She is exhausted and panting with exertion. She looks up at you, and while her face looks painfully young, her eyes look far, far older. Her left arm has been burned, not with fire, but with acid. A potion and a bit of healing have sealed the wounds and left the limb functional, but the injury clearly still pains her. You have the grim suspicion that the damage will be permanent. For a moment, she barely seems to see you. Then she starts to cast a spell, determined to attack you. Then she stops and looks at you again. Xander? Xander? She looks harder. Yes, you are real. Nathalie, you've been injured. She smiles at that, a pained, bitter grimace. Now I know you are real. None of the Drake's pets can think about such things. They just obey and die. Simple things, but you came for me. I almost didn't leave directions for you. You know that? Wanted the hunt for myself. Perhaps not wise, but I do have a glorious tale to tell. What happened to you? She struggles to recall. It seems long ago, you know? I returned to the pit where we fought the Drake. I sensed it. Power like that. It leaves a trail. Faint, but I was fast on my feet. I got here. I entered the tower. It seemed empty, an old crypt with a few fading magical traps. But I knew. Then the Drake servants came in behind me. They followed down the stairs after me. They thought I was easy prey. Meat. I broke through their circle easily, fled the tower. And when you got outside, they followed, many of them, and it would have been easy to escape down the path, burn any that followed. But the paths, they shifted, twisted. I had to fight, so I couldn't concentrate. I was confused. They chased me round and round the lake. I burned some. More appeared. Some real, some not. They cornered me here. They might even have worn me down eventually. But you saved me. What happened to your arm? A shaman, an ogre, a spray of burning bile, backed by a curse. She looks down at her arm. I treated it. It's not infected. It burns. It won't stop burning. He looks up at you defiantly. Ignore it. I can. We must finish our work here. How many did you kill? How many? Many. Xander, it was glorious. The sort of battle I dreamed of. I lived it. I even might have survived. Probably. Maybe. I only thought. I wish I had not faced it alone. Instead, Avadon abandoned me. Again. What do you want to do? Can there be any question? The awesome mind taker is my prey, our prey. We must return to the tower. We must slay the beast. It is a menace to hands and to the pact. We must kill it and bring its head to Avadon. We will receive the glory that is our due. The glory? She looks down at her seared arm bitterly. I came to Avadon to win glory and to fight for the pact. They ignored me, pushed me aside, and when I saw a monster that needed to be slain, I had to face it alone. It must die. They must see that I was worthy, am worthy. Where is the Drake? The Drake, the tricky serpent with the spells and illusions, is where I encountered it at first, in the tower, hiding in the crypt. I can feel it, can't you? That is where we must go, now, before the worm escapes. You think you can find it? The next words come very hard for her. No, I can't find it. But we can find it. Xander, I will share this hunt with you. Not with Avadon that abandoned me. With you. You know, I'm tempted to say no only because this was very foolish and reckless in her, but considering that I sort of just disappointed the last companion on a quest, and since I decided to bring her back anyway, we'll go ahead and do it. Alright, let's hunt the beast. Nathalie smiles, then she winces with pain. Then she smiles again, a tired, wispy attempt at bravado. Yes, at last. Someone sees my value. Come on, the tower waits. Let's teach that monster what Avadon can do. Nathalie approaches you and stands at your side. Xander, I must insist. As long as you hunt the Drake, I must be with you. This is my hunt and my prey, and I must share in the glory. Nathalie is determined to hunt down the Drake, is also mind taker. If you don't help her in this, she is unlikely to forgive you. She has hunted the Drake down to a crumbling tower in the mountains north of the Baraza Woods. Okay, well, I've always took her on missions anyway, so it's not like this is going to be a big issue for me. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do it since I still feel bad about not making Sevelin happy. But it's not like this doing this will hurt the pact anyway or Avadon. We're just hunting a creature. That's odd. You were sure they had been in this corridor before, and yet you never stopped going downstairs. There is something strange happening here. Nathalie walks up to a wall, touches it with her uninjured hand, and grimaces. She is in pain. This is as far as I got before the ogres found me. Had to flee. But let us continue downward. It is an illusion. I can break it given time. So yeah, if I was gonna call it 2 parts. Nathalie stops again. At first you think that her injured arm is bothering her. It is, but that's not why she stopped. She walks up to a wall and touches it. Nothing happens. She walks across the hall and touches the opposite wall. Nothing happens. She smiles. Then she mutters a word. The wall vanishes in an instant, revealing a natural tunnel beyond. Every hour I spend here, I can see through more of the Drake's tricks. Others may fear it. I am a hunter. By the way, if this does take longer than I want to in recording, then I'll just do another part. I was just gonna do 2 parts for today, but I'll do more. I'll do at least 1 more if it goes past it. Shima notes the old, slightly tarnished razor disc on the floor nearby. Interesting. That would indicate that this building is of archaic Hochlandan construction. This would be interesting evidence to support my people's claim that these woods were originally ours. I would report it to my homeland, where I still welcome there. we could go past these dead, but we'll get the XP. Apprentice Rod. Writing on this obelisk is in a language you can't understand. You look at it briefly and then, oh, wait, it's entirely readable. It is hard to tell in the shadows. It says, into the circle. Circle to the circle with the altar on your left. Circle on the circle. Onto the circle in reverse. Circle to the circle with the altar on your right. Circle onto the circle into the darkness. Feel a strange warm sensation. Oh, do I actually have to follow that? Oh, man, do I actually have to follow that? Wow. I'm not gonna remember this. Does somebody have it written already? Or I can just screenshot it. Hang on a minute. All right. Yeah, that riddle is kind of confusing, so I have somebody's You finish your loop around the circle and step into the magic circle. There is a brief draft of cool air. You look at the north wall. Where before there was an obelisk, now there is only a gap in the wall. You see another large hall. The smells of death and decay are heavy in the air. You can see several coffins lining the walls. Someone has smashed the lids of most of them. There are no signs of the Drake. There are, however, trapdoors, dozens of them, all arranged in rows on the floor. Continuing downstairs seems deceptively easy. Nathalie leans against the wall, exhausted but determined to continue. She says, odd. This don't feel like the Drake as strongly here. These might be the tower's defenses, not the beast. Still dangerous, still need a pass. Okay, what is this? Okay, that's kind of lazy to look this up, but I don't want to spend like most of the video just trying to figure it out myself. That probably... Just go through one, I guess. Oh. Okay, so we just click on them until we find the right one. Oh, that is some bull right there. You put Nathalie right in the center right there. Yeah, the moment you touch the trapdoor, some undead spawn. Fortunately, they can't, like, corrupt or anything, since she has high mental resistance. They're constantly trying to charm. Wow. This. This and this. So now we have Steel Wind. Oh, screw your charm. Oh, screw your charm. Do I really have to? Oh, God. Okay, whatever. Have to wait till we heal up a little bit. Do that. Terrifying hell. That should come in handy. The moment you touch the trapdoor, it vanishes, revealing a bare square floor underneath. Why more lost souls? And even more lost souls to kill. Come on now. Oh, that's bull. More lost souls. Come on. Kill them all already. Oh no, we can't use the searing spray. At least Nathalie is able to handle the charm effect very well. Finally. Okay, so for those of you watching this playthrough, you now know which one to go in exactly. Good lord. So many freaking lost souls to kill. You look around this empty crypt, trying to find a way down. The stairway behind you is the only exit. The sensation of the Drake beer nearby is completely gone. This icy hall must be the lowest level of the crypt. Nathalie looks at the throne intently. No, there was something I've missed. Something is coming. You feel it too, a hidden malevolent presence in the center of the room. It is the specter of a figure in black robes. The clothes look like the garb of a shadow walker, but many years out of date. As the spirit draws the spectral blade and stalks towards you, the rubble in the side alcoves begin to shift under its own power. The bricks reform themselves into golems. However, the constructs don't move. They stand guard in the alcoves. Odd. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the Shadow Walker then. Okay, Ice Storm, they're very resistant to ice, so let's just do this. Oh, Shielding Spirit, okay. The faint, glowing protective shield that surrounded the ghost flashes brightly. Then it fades. Something has caused the protective aura to grow weaker. Alright, we still need it weakened a little bit more. Okay, kill it slash shielding spirit. Well, I definitely like that cunning decoy, though. Still pretty enduring, though. Okay, so he is very resistant to ice, so I should not have done that earlier. Attack. But he is damaged critically enough to where I can do a lot. Oh, that is bull. That is a bunch of bull. You can just do that. This is a tough shade, though. With the final blow, you cleave through the spectral energy, holding the spirit together. The entire shade crumbles up as if it was as thin as a piece of paper, and then fades away. Its remaining servants crumble as well, leaving you surrounded by piles of smoking rubble. And yet, despite all of your efforts, Zoss's Mindtaker is still nowhere to be seen. Ooh, what is this, though? Titan Steel Razor Disc. Oh, heck yes, we're putting that on. Bracelet of Opportunity. I feel like Nathalie needs the ability to have her abilities faster. As you walk through the crumbling hall, Nathalie looks around intently. Yes! Yes, here! I feel him! There! You look at the circle, it's empty and dusty as before. Nathalie says, am I the only one who can see past the creature's eyes? Look again! And you do. You concentrate. Then you see the vague, translucent, shifting form. You concentrate directly upon it. Little by little, your mind pierces the illusion. Zoss's Mindtaker was here all along, standing perfectly still, concealing itself. Zossa lets out a long, low, disgusted growl. Rawr, I have been found. I suspected as much, that I must face you. Come, I am ready. Alright, let me check something here. Let me go ahead and save the game right here, and I'll see you all soon with the next part.